Welcome back, I'm Mr. R, and in my last video I looked at catching midsummer crappies. Why even care? Because these fish are really good to eat. So you caught them, you cleaned them, now cook them. I'm going to show you one of my favorite recipes for preparing this culinary delicacy. So let's get to it. Like any food prep, you want to make sure your hands are good and clean. You don't want to contaminate anything. So use some hot water, some soap, and make sure your hands are good and clean before you handle any fish or any type of food prep. That just should be a standard thing. I shouldn't even have to tell you that. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. Wash our hands. Then we'll move into my super secret crappie recipe. Once you have removed your fish fillets from the freezer and taken them out of their plastic freezer bag, and I like to wrap mine in foil, it stops freezer burn. You want to make sure that you rinse them really well. Just 2 or 3 times, get them all rinsed off. I'm feeling for bones. I want to just make sure that everything's, good to eat. Nobody wants a fish bone, choking on that. So make sure that they're good and rinsed, and then that's the first part of the prep. Rinse them off really well. Okay, I'm going to take my fish fillets. I'm going to take a raw egg. I'm going to break it into a bowl, and I'm going to mix it all up. And you want to coat all these fillets with egg. And the reason for that, it allows the coating to adhere to the fish fillet when you finally get to the stage where you're going to cook it in the oil. So you want to make sure you put it in your fish fillets, and you want to work them all in there really, really well so that they all get coated with the egg. It's messy. It is, but it's really the only way to do it. And once you do that, you're ready to move on to the next step of coating the fish. It gives the fish something to grab onto. We're going to coat our fillets with Italian breadcrumbs and Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning, dry powder. I'm going to take my Italian breadcrumbs and I'm going to sprinkle them on the plate. Just kind of move them around there really good. And then I'm going to take my ranch dressing, the dry powder, and I'm going to add that to the Italian breadcrumbs as well. And once I do that, I'll sprinkle that in. Don't be afraid to put a little bit in there. Really gives a good flavoring. And then I'm going to mix that all together. Once you have your ranch dressing, dry powder mix, and your Italian breadcrumbs all mixed together, you want to bring in your fish fillets that have been coated with egg. Now, I use a toothpick to pick up the fillet. Keeps your hands from getting all gooped up and the breadcrumbs sticking to it. And you lay that in your breadcrumbs and you flip them over and you get them coated. Get them coated a couple times. Make sure there's lots and lots of breadcrumbs stuck to them. Now you can put those in a plastic bag. That's what some people do, and shake them up. Just remember, these are really delicate fillets and they can break apart. It kind of defeats the purpose. So kind of doing this slow right now just to show you the process. And then you're going to remove those and put those on another plate. I'll do a couple more here to show you, but take the toothpick and pick them up and put them on a clean plate. And this is what's eventually is going to be put in a frying pan. So I'll grab a couple more fillets, put them in the breadcrumbs, make sure that everything gets coated really well on both sides of the fillet. And once those are all coated, I'll remove those and put them on a transfer plate. And this takes some time and to prepare them. And if you're doing 50 crappies is 100 fillets, it takes a while. And the more you do it, the quicker you become at preparing them. But this is what it looks like after you've coated them, getting ready to cook them. I use a cast iron skillet. You want to be careful not to get your pan too hot. You can use any type of pan. Non-stick pans are great too. You want to keep your oil temperature between low and medium, somewhere in there. I'm using a lemon oil, which is a really nice complement to the fish. You can use any type of oil you wish. You can use peanut oil, you can use olive oil, you can use vegetable oil. Some oils tend to burn. You got to be careful with these specialty oils. They have a low heat tolerance, and you don't want to burn your oil. Once your oil reaches the temperature to start frying, you want to put your fillets in. I'm going to speed this up just so that it doesn't take so long, but you put in your fillets. You don't want to crowd them. Cook them a couple minutes each side to a golden brown. I add a little extra oil. You might need to do that. Once they've cooked and you start to see a flaky white, you want to flip those fillets over. And you see that nice gold brown. That's perfect. Another minute or so on this side. The pan's starting to heat up now, so you want to regulate your heat. And once they're done, you want to remove them from the pan. And that's how I prepare crappies with Italian breadcrumbs and powdered ranch seasoning. Add some salt if you like. Serve them hot. These make great finger food. And I forgot to mention that I cook this in lemon premium extra virgin olive oil, which is imported from Italy. There you have it, my favorite crappie recipe. Now, there are many different ways to prepare any fish. This is a simple method and creates a lighter, healthier way to prepare crappies, and is one of my favorite ways to prepare this highly sought after panfish. Give it a try and let me know if you liked it. I'll share my recipe in the descriptions below, and I would love to hear from you with your favorite fish recipes to share with others. Until next time, I'm Mr. R, and this is the Rondinelli Project. Get out there and catch some fish. They'll bite. The best part, you get to bite back. Yes, you do. Wake 'em!